And so let me answer them as quickly as I can, but in a way that's meaningful, because your question is a very good one. H1B program is the program that allows you to bring in, theoretically, it's designed to bring in when you cannot, here's the way it's designed. You're an American company, you cannot find someone in America to do a specific job. And so it allows you to use this visa to bring someone in from abroad. And if you look, if it's used appropriately, the program actually creates jobs, because let's say you can't find a physicist or an engineer to run a new department. If you're able to find one from abroad, you now have to find, you can hire 15 or 20 people to support the work of that engineer, that physicist, and therefore theoretically would create jobs in America. The problem we're having is the program is not being used as intended. Here's what's happening, and I'm sure you've seen it. These companies, you're a company and you decide, I have an IT department. You're in IT, it sounds like. You have an IT department, and you realize this IT department, I can save money if I can outsource the IT department. So what you do is you hire a consulting company like Tata, or one of these others that are located in India. And these companies have hoarded up all the H1B visas. And so in essence, you're not even hiring the employees. You are hiring the consulting company who then uses the H1B program to bring in, under those visas, their own workers to move into your building. They don't even work for you sometimes. They're not even your direct employees. They are employees of this consulting company, which is why I have supported measures that say no consulting company should be allowed to hoard H1Bs. The second problem we have with the program is, today, all you have to say is, I tried to hire an American and I couldn't. But there's really no enforcement of that. All they have to do is attest to it. They can just say, I tried to hire an American, I couldn't. I believe you should actually have to post a job online. You should have to prove that you couldn't hire anybody. And by the way, if you're going to hire someone from abroad, you should be forced to pay them more than what Americans make. And the reason why is because people, that may sound counterintuitive, but the reason why you should be required to pay them more than what an American would make is so that you're not hiring people so that you can pay them less. Because that's not the way the program is supposed to be used. And so, somebody, you know, I've used an example, and you've probably seen it, those handicapped parking stickers. Have you ever watched somebody use one of those, park in the spot, and get out and it's like, there's nothing wrong with it? It's an appeal. You know that there's nothing. How about it? I used to go to Disney World and all these people were cutting in line because they got a doctor's note saying they had social anxiety. So they couldn't be in crowds. So the answer is not to wipe out the handicapped parking stickers. The answer is to go after the people that are abusing it. And that's what we need to do on that. I agree with you on the section of criminal. The other thing was about the immigration law. The Senate immigration law was not headed towards becoming law. Ideally, it was headed towards the House, where conservative members of the House were going to make it even better. It was the best we could do, given the fact of who was running the Senate at the time, but it was never going to go from there to the president's desk. And those are one of the things that I complained about. In fact, I was saying, these standards are too low. It'll never pass the House, and it'll never become law, and on final passage, we can't do it. And the gang member stuff is particularly difficult, because sometimes it's hard to prove someone's a member of a gang. It's not like the issue of membership card, and you can't just say someone's a member of a gang because of tattoos. But it's one of the harder things. But I think we should err on the side of caution. If there's any indicator that they are, in essence, no one has a right to be in this country illegally. No one has a right to come here illegally. In fact, no one has a right to come here at all. But no one has a right to come here illegally and have us scramble our laws. The Senate law is not going to be the way we confront this issue when I'm president. That was the best we could do as a starting point in a Senate controlled by Harry Reid, but it is not the way we're going to do it if I'm president and we have a Republican House and a Republican Senate. When I'm president, we're not doing anything until illegal immigration is under control and we've secured our border. And until that happens, nothing else is going to happen, period.